us record because there's only ever three of us plus Megan, but whatever. In five, four, three, two, one. Let's start. All right. It's race week for some of us. Yay. Anywho, let's get in the zone. So find a sitting position that's comfortable yet alert. So lengthen your spine. Let's take our three centering breaths together. So let's breathe in through the nose. Feel your chest expand, your shoulders rise. Then as you breathe out, you can close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. Begin to relax. Okay, number two, let's breathe in. Lengthen your spine, sit up a little bit taller. Then really plug into your foundation as you breathe out. All right, last breath together. Let's breathe in. And then long exhale. All right, you can resume a normal breathing pattern. Then begin to relax your whole body from head to toe. So iron out any wrinkles in your face, whether that's your forehead or relaxing your jaw and your cheeks. Okay, maybe move your head around a little bit as you begin to relax your neck. And then on to the shoulders and the arms. Maybe paying attention to where your hands are. Maybe they're resting on your knees or they're clasped in your lap. And let's work our way back to our chest and our torso. Paying attention to how your chest moves in and out as you breathe. Maybe you're a belly breather, so how your stomach expands and contracts. And let's relax the lower half of our body. So working our way down to our touch points on the mat. So it could be where your bottom touches the mat. And if you're sitting cross-legged, then where your shins touch the ground, where your shins touch your feet. Okay, hopefully we feel pretty settled at this point, just sitting here, breathing. Okay. And then notice where your breath feels strongest for you, whether that's where the air as it hits your nostrils on the in-breath, or where the air hits your lips on the out-breath. It can even be where the air hits somewhere in your body as you breathe out. Maybe that's on your arms or your legs. It doesn't matter. Just pay attention to that one point. Okay, you can even choose a sound around you as an anchor point. Maybe as people in your house begin to wake up, alarms going off, doors opening, doors slamming, toilets flushing, whatever. Just let those noises be as you continue to sit and breathe. And remember, this is practice after all. So what that means is you sit here and just breathe. Things can take your attention, those external sounds, the internal thoughts. Just notice them. Then just come back to your breath. Okay, and these last few moments, I want you to just sit here and do nothing at all. And I'll let you know when you can open up your eyes. Let's take one last deep breath in. Let's breathe out. Open up your eyes. Wow, I get a block. Let's do a spine twist, a back twist. So let's start by turning clockwise. Oh, and let out a huge groan. So let's press our left palm to that right knee. Push that right palm into the floor behind us. And turn the chin into that right shoulder. Maybe if there's a window behind you, notice as the lights, your neighbor's lights turn on. Say hello, neighbor, as we twist our spine. And on your next exhale, let's unwind. Let's get the other side. Okay, same thing, but opposite palm. So right palm, left knee, left palm, floor. Okay, definitely feel that in my neck. Turn my head. Then as you breathe out, let's come back to center. And let's do one for our side. So sitting up nice and tall. Let's reach for our ceilings as we look up. And let's start on our right side. Okay. So right palm is on the mat. Left arm reaches over our head, over our body. Arm is long, fingertips reaching for the upper right-hand corner of the room. Turn the chin and the gaze upward. Say hello to the whole left side of your body. Ooh. And then let's take that right palm off the mat and back up towards the ceiling. Let's get the right side of our body. Okay, same thing, sit bones planted. Right arm is reaching over head and body. Okay, give me one last reach. Feel the whole right side stretch out a little bit more. We'll bring that left palm off the mat towards the ceiling. And then bring the hands together, let out that huge yawn. And let's get our inner thighs. Okay, so soles of the feet together, bring the heels in, knees down. Ooh, I heard a little crack there. Just lean forward as the knees drop down. You can even grab on your feet and pull yourself in if that's an option for you, so you don't push it. We're trying to stretch, not break ourselves. Yeah, with each out breath, you can lean a little bit further forward. And then let's round out our backs entirely as we crawl on the floor in front of us. Okay, do one last reach. And then we'll sit back up. And let's do some knee drops. So open up our hips. So plant our feet in front of us. And then just go at your own pace, dropping the knees down to either side. You can hold it if you want. I definitely did more hills than I normally do yesterday, so I think I need more holding than more moving. Oof. Oh, maybe you two hear some sounds as you move. Those fun sounds, like, ah, yes, those are parts of my body that still exist, or rather, now I'm noticing that they exist. I wish there was like chain lube for the body, you know? We make that sound go away. Make parts move a little bit more easily. All right, I'm gonna do one more cycle for each side, so it's gonna be the last time on my right. Ooh. Okay, taking my time going over to my left. Ooh. Nice, nice. And then I'm gonna come back to neutral and let's stand up. Let's start with our wide stance hamstring stretch. And we all love this one. So toes facing forward, arms reaching up to start, and then swan dive with a strong back. Come as low as your body allows. Maybe press yourself towards the back of the room. With each exhale, getting a little bit lower, a little bit deeper into the stretch. Just breathing. Okay, let's go for stage 2. Let's clasp the fingertips behind us. Okay. Then let's reach those fingertips towards the front of the room at the shoulder action. Take one deep breath in. And as you breathe out, let's release the hands and plant that right palm on the floor right in front of your face. And then rotate that left arm towards the ceiling. Pick up that left shoulder, turning the chin up towards the ceiling as well. Okay, one deep breath here. And as you release, bring that left arm down, swapping palms. So that left palm is planted. Right arm is reaching up towards the ceiling, opening up our right shoulder and our chest, turning the chin up towards the ceiling once again. Dropping that right arm back down. Let's just hang out here for a second. Hamstrings are starting to feel good. All right, from here, instead of just going straight up, let's turn 90 degrees to our right, turning the right toes forward, coming into a lunge on the right side, and maybe supporting yourself with your palms or fingertips. And then from here, let's drop the left knee down and untuck the back toes and bring the arms up. Okay, low lunge. Okay, turning the hips forward. Okay, stretching that left hip flexor without the added stress of holding the crescent pose. We'll come to that in a moment. Okay, but opening up that left hip. We're still stretching that out. Woo. All right, you can gently bring the arms and the palms back down. Let's come back, bring that left knee off the mat, back onto the left toes, and then gently rotating back to the center, straightening up both legs, hanging out in the middle for just a moment. We'll rotate 90 degrees to the left. Okay, back in that lunge position, supporting ourselves with our hands, and then dropping the right knee down, untucking the back toes. Okay, bring the torso up, opening up, stretching the right hip flexor, adding the arms if that's comfortable for you. And feeling that right hip open up a little bit, hopefully. Okay, give yourself one last little stretch. And then bring the arms down. Okay, back onto the right toes, get that right knee off the floor. We're back in that lunge position. And then let's gently rotate back to the middle. We're just dangling for a moment. Hamstrings are back. And let's do our slow reanimate. So let the arms, the head dangle, keeping the legs straight and strong. And let's do our 10 count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna take off my sweatshirt. You can tell it's getting a little warm in here. One moment. We're gonna do a standing side stretch. Check that side. So, nice and tall, feet together, feet apart. If you want to do balance, either option's great. Reach up towards that ceiling, get the shoulders out of those sockets a little bit, and let's do the left side to start, or rather left arm down, but stretching the right side. Okay, same thing as a sitting option. So kicking out that right side. Right arm is reaching over your head. No kink in the elbow. One thing I've always thought was fascinating about stretching, I guess yoga, too, is you reach one side, but sometimes you stretch the other. I always thought that was cool. I'm not sure why. All right, let's bring that left arm back up top as we drop the right arm down, stretching out our left side. And continue to reach. You don't want any passive stretching. All right, and let's bring that right arm back up top. We'll reach towards the ceiling. Reach, 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 reach. And then let's bring the hands back to center. Whew. All right, let's stretch out our necks. Let's do the chicken wing on the right side, grabbing our left wrist, dropping the head down. Okay, like you're trying to touch your right ear to your right shoulder. Just enjoy that middle position for a moment. Relaxing the whole head. And then let's drop the head back as we look up. Notice how that stretch moves to the front of our neck. Good. And then let's gently roll forward. And then come bring the head back to the middle position and back up top. Oh, let that grow now. All right, let's grab the other wrist. Dropping the head down. And maybe you're breathing out to get deeper into the stretch. Releasing any tension you have on the right side. And let's turn the chin to look up. Rotate the head back. Maybe listening to other people in your house spreading their cream cheese and their bagels. I'm pretty sure that's what the sound is. And then let's turn and roll the head forward. Head back to the neutral position. Back to center. Oof. All right, let's do a shoulder stretch. Do a little body wiggle, arm wiggle, whatever. So I'm going to start with the right arm across the top. Ugh. Giving yourself a little pull. Ooh. Definitely feel that one today for some reason. All right, let's release that arm. Let's get the other side. So left arm across the top, or other arm, if you did the left side first, doesn't matter. And give yourself one last pull. And then let's get our triceps. So right arm behind the head, pulling on the right elbow. Maybe get your head out of the way so you can pull a little bit more. And let's release the right side. Let's get the left. And just gently let that go. And let's return to the lower half of our body. So let's do Malasana, a medium stance. Keep the head and chest up. You can start with the hands in the middle or go with the support version. I'm going to try the support version today as we lower ourselves down. Either option's good. Do what works for you. Okay. See how low you can get down or low as this so you feel the stretch. Ugh. Or rather, the not stretch. See how tight your hips are. Yeah, let's do 2 more breath cycles. So breathe into the nose. Then as you breathe out, see if you can release, get a little bit lower down. Feel that. Let's do 1 more breath. So breathe in. Sinking down even further. Ooh. Feels that an extra millimeter for me is a lot. All right, let's come on up. Ooh. We're going to do the split leg hamstring stretch next. So I'm just going to turn and pivot towards my left. So my left leg is out in front. Heels are in line, left toes facing forward. Add the arms up top. Like you're just swan dive down over that straight left leg. Okay, driving that right hip towards the front ankle. Continue to drive that hip forward, squaring the hips, keeping the back ankle planted. And then let's bend the front knee, switch side, come on up, and then just rotate 180 degrees or switch legs, whichever's more comfortable. So now the right leg is out in front, arms are up top. And let's swan dive over the straight right leg. Ooh. Right, let's bend the front knee. Come on up. All right, let's get our moving options. Let's come towards the front of the mat. Let's do, I'm gonna hold on, straighten my mat real quick. There we go. All right. Standing up nice and tall. Reach up towards the ceiling. Let's do our 2 warm-up swan dives. So swan dive down. Okay, reach for the floor, reach for the toes. Rest the hands on the knees or the shins for a flat back. And then as you breathe out, round at your back, get a little bit lower. Then eyes up, head up, reverse swan dive. Okay, that's 1. Let's come back down. Up to flat back. Okay, exhale, rounding out your back. Reverse swan dive. Okay, hopefully you feel that your hamstrings and your glutes. And then swan dive for a 3rd time. Okay, feeling good now. Up to flat back. And then as you breathe out, round out your back. Let's plant both palms and step back to plank. Okay, from this first plank, very slowly lowering yourself. I want everything to touch at the same time. Okay, until everything is down. You can untuck both feet. Let's go into cobra. So palms are underneath your shoulders. Push the floor away. Okay, get the turtleneck out of the shell. Feel that stretch in your core, your belly, the whole front side of your body. And then let's turn and look back at our right heel. Feel that left hip stretch out a little bit. Hands and arms are still pushing the floor away. Oof. And then we'll stretch out that right side. So turning the head in the other direction, with the left heel. All right, and then come back to center. Let's just lower ourselves back down. All right, and then from there, you can either just come back to plank, use your knees or not. And then come into a downward dog. Okay, take your time as we come to our first downward dog of the day. We all know what's coming, but let's do a little different variation than just bicycling the legs. If you can, if it's an option for you, let's plant the right foot on the back, on the left heel. Stretch out that left calf. And if you have, it's a little hard to balance, you can just leave that right foot on the floor and just bend the right knee. If you can, rest that foot on the back heel or on the left heel. A little more pressure on the left side. All right, and then let's come back to downward dog for a moment. And then get off the left foot, planting the left foot on the right heel. And feeling the right calf stretch out. All right, let's come back to downward dog. Let's do that whole sequence. So come forward, back into plank. Let's chaturanga down. We're going to come into upward dog. Back to plank. Give me a push up here if that's an option for you. As we return to downward dog. And let's do our crescent pose to prayer twist. So bring the feet and legs together. Let's float the right leg up into the air. And swing it on through and plant it in front. Bring the arms up into crescent pose. Woo. Back heel is off the mat. Those legs are straight and strong. Definitely feel that left hip today. Let's bring our hands to heart center and transition into our twist. Okay, left elbow is pressing into the right knee. Right elbow is pointed towards the ceiling. Hands are stacked. You look at something stationary around you. Breathing. All right, in 3, 2, 1, you can exit the prayer twist, but bring the hands back up top, back to crescent pose. And then let's exhale, bring the arms back down, plant both palms, bring that right leg back to plank, and let's chaturanga down, tables at your sides, into upward dog. Back to plank, give me a push up if you'd like. As you return to downward dog, bring our shoulders crack, feet and legs together. Let's float that left leg up into the air. And let's swing it on through. Plant it in front. Come into crescent pose on the left. Okay, back heel is reaching for the floor. Arms are reaching for the ceiling. Feeling that right hip begin to open up. Supporting ourselves with that front leg. Let's bring the hands to heart center as we come into prayer twist on the left. Okay, same thing, but opposite. Right elbow, left knee, left elbow pointed towards the ceiling. Hands are still stacked. We're breathing. All right. And from here, let's return to crescent pose. Arms are up. And let's bring arms and torso back down. Plant both palms. Left leg comes back to plank. Let's chaturanga down to our upward dog. Let's do a sun salutation. So back to plank and then step the feet towards the hands and then reverse swan dive until the hands are at the top. Swan dive down. Up to flat back. Exhale, rounding at the back, planting both palms, stepping back to plank. Give me a chaturanga down into upward dog. Back to plank. Give me a push up here as we return to downward dog. And let's do warrior one. So feet and legs together. Let's float the right leg up into the air. And swing it on through, plant it in front. And as the arms come up, that back heel comes down for warrior one. Okay, making sure the front knee is over the front ankle. Square up the shoulders so you're facing the front of your mat. Let's come to warrior two, arms front and back. Okay, making sure the shoulders are stacked over your hips. Hips and shoulders 90 degrees from your mat. And from here, let's do a straight leg triangle pose. So let's straighten up that right leg, right knee, and then reach forward with our right arm. And when you can reach no further, you can either drop the fingertips, palm, fist to the floor, maybe rest it on your right leg, whatever's comfortable. Left fingertips, left arm reaching for the ceiling. Okay, it's the straight leg version of the one we normally do. A little less strength involved. But you feel that a little bit more in the right leg without having to hold yourself up super hard. All right, let's return to warrior two and then bend that front knee. We're back into it. Let's add a reverse warrior here. So rest the left hand of the back leg, right arm reaches towards the back of the room. Back to warrior two. Left arm swings forward and up for warrior one. And then as you breathe out, bring the arms back down, back heel comes up, plant both palms, right leg comes back to plank. I'm going to do a chaturanga or upward dog. Let's do a sun salutation. So back to plank, step the feet towards the hands, And then reverse swan dive. Hands are at the top. Breathe out, swan dive down. Okay. The ground feels much closer than when we started. Back up to flat back. Exhale, rounding at the back. Let's plant both palms. Stepping back plank. Let's chaturanga down into upward dog. Okay, back to plank. Give me a push up here and into downward dog. And let's do the same sequence for the left side. So feet and legs together. Float the left heel up into the air. And then swing that left leg forward. Plant it in front. Okay, back heel comes down. Arms come up for warrior one. Front knee is tracking over the front ankle. Arms front and back for warrior two. And remember, we're going to do the straight leg version of the triangle pose. So straighten up the left leg, reach forward as far as you can, and then drop the left hand down. Right arm reaches up, saying hello to the left hamstring. Okay, turn the chin and the gaze upward and reach for the ceiling. Give me an active right arm. And then on your next out breath, let's hop back up, arms front and back. Let's bend the front knee, get low into it, and then dip back into reverse warrior. Reach for the back of the room with that left arm. Back to warrior two. Swing that right arm forward and up for warrior one. And as you bring your arms down, back heel comes up, plant both palms. Left leg comes back to plank, and let's chaturanga down into an upward dog. Okay, sun salutation time. Back to plank. Step the feet towards the hands. Reverse swan dive. Hands are at the top. Swan dive down. Up to flat back. Exhale, rounding at the back, planting both palms, returning to plank. Let's chaturanga down to an upward dog. Okay, from here, let's release the pressure. So legs, body is on the mat. Okay, into cobra. And then very gently lower the top half of your body until we're all the way down. Boom, 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 boom. Control, steady. Whew. All right. Let's come into a child's pose. So knees are about as wide as your mat. Arms are forward. Forearms are resting on your mat. Head is down. We're just going to take a couple moments. When we first started, we would take a halfway break. But I think an active child's pose is a little more fun. Water. Mouth was getting dry. Continuing deep breaths, relaxing your body every time you breathe out. All right, we're doing an extended child's pose. So bring your bottom up into the air. Arms are still on the mat. Okay, we're going to get ready for thread the needle. Okay, one far back on our shoulders. So keeping the right palm planted, we're going to reach through the hole we create with our arm, with our left arm. Okay, shoulders on the mat. And then 3 cycles here. Rotate, reach the left arm up towards the ceiling. That's 1. Let's reach through. Shoulders back on the mat. Okay, you can go at your own pace. I'm just going to call it the pace I go at. Reaching up towards the ceiling for 2. And then back through. Okay, letting the shoulder stretch out as it's on the floor a little bit. And then last time for the left side up in the air, back up top. And this time as the left arm comes back, we're back into extended child's pose. Enjoying this little moment here, relaxing our whole body. All right, let's do the other side. So start by reaching the right arm through, right shoulders on the mat, stretching it out. And then we're up top. Okay, really open the right shoulder and the chest as you look up. I want to thread that needle for number 2. And back up top. Okay, last time, reaching through, shoulders on the floor. Last time up. And we'll return to our extended child's pose. Nice. Okay, from here, come forward and up. We're going to go into a cat-cow. Okay, so roll up your mat 2 or 3 times. Protect your knees. Okay, we're gonna do a frog after this, so everyone roll up your mat. I'll walk us through frog. Frog is one of those 1 in a million instructions. Anyhow, let's do our cat-cow. So breathe in, bring the head and the bottom up. Draw your navel towards the floor. And then as you breathe out, round out the back. Okay. Head up, breathe in. Round out the back as you breathe out. Okay, inhale, head up. Exhale, head down. Inhale, head up. This is the 4th cycle. Exhale, rounding out the back. And pretend like you're trying to reach your spine towards your ceiling. Last cycle. Breathe in, head up. Exhale, head down. Push the floor away. Reach your back up towards the ceiling. And then come into a neutral spine. Okay, we're going to keep one side of our mat rolled up. Let's roll the other side of our mat. We're coming into frog. 1 for the inner thighs. Okay, the roll up mat is for your ankle and your knee. It's where your shin goes. Move everything out of my way. Okay, feet and knees are at 90 degrees. You're supporting yourself with your elbows and your forearms. And as you begin to push your bottom towards the back of the room, you should feel a stretch on the inner thighs. And if you notice your bottom goes past where your knees are and you don't feel a stretch, it means you can take a wider stance. Okay, and as you relax into it, you should feel the inner thighs open up. And each stretch that we hold, remember, every time you breathe out, see if you can relax your legs here. Maybe push yourself a little bit further towards the back of the room. All right, one last breath in. And as you exhale, come forward out of it. Ooh. And then off the rolled up part of your mat. You unravel that. You pigeon next. Okay, so I'm gonna start a plank position. Ooh. I'm gonna start with planting that right foot behind the left wrist, dropping both knees down, untucking the back toes, back foot. Finding that position that stretches out everything. You can come down your elbows, great. Ooh. We always hang out here for about 45 seconds. And I'll let you know when to come up and out so we can add the left quad stretch. All right, so gently push yourself up. Okay, planting both palms of the mat in front of you, and then reach back behind you with the left arm. Let's pull in the left heel. Say hello to the left quad. And give yourself one last little pull. Feel that all the way in. And then let's release the left foot into both palms. Let's return to that plank position. And then reach that left leg forward. Tuck the right foot. Even ourselves out. Okay. Let's plant both palms in front. Push our torso up, reach back behind us. Ooh. Feel that right quad engage. Ooh. Release in 3, 2, 1. Let's let go. And get off that right leg. Let's line our backs. Let's get our glutes. Taking our time getting there. Ooh. But let's bring our right ankle onto the left knee. Ooh. Let's pull in that left shin. Really feel the right glute. Okay, let's do our 3 out breaths or 3 breath cycles. And remember, with each out breath, relax, breathe into the right side. So breathe in through the nose, out to the mouth. Number 2, breathe in. And release. Last one, last time for this side, breathe into the nose and out the mouth. And let go of that left side. Let's plant the right foot. Get the left ankle in place. Pulling, grabbing the right side, same thing. Breathing into the left glute now. So breathe into the nose and out the mouth. Okay, number 2, breathe in and release. Last time, breathe in Long control out breath to release. Ooh, all right. I go over that right leg, you can stay on your back. Let's bring both legs up into the air for happy baby. So we're grabbing the outside part of our feet, pulling in our knees towards our underarms. Okay, those near thighs engage. And then just massage your spine as you rock left to right and back. And it doesn't need a lot of movement here. Ooh. Continue to pull, continue to stretch the inner thighs. Nice. Let's release our feet, drop our legs back down to the mat. We're gonna do a supine twist. So let's hug in our right knee. Okay, pull it in towards your chest. Let's enjoy that little stretch here. Okay, let's take the right knee out to the right side. Notice how that stretch changes slightly. Then back to center. And grabbing the outside part of your knee with your left hand, let's pull our knee over to the side of our body. Ooh, right arms up to the right. We're just gonna hang out here for a long time. This one always feels incredible. I feel this in my right glute, my right hip too. All right, let's take one last breath. So breathe into the nose. And then let's bring the right leg back out. And let's do the same thing. So let's pull in, grabbing the left knee. Ooh. Okay, still pulling, still an active stretch. Then we're going to pull our left knee out to the left. Okay, let's get that little stretch where your leg meets your hip. Grab the rest of your body. Ooh. Ooh. All right, back to center, and then we're going to pull our left leg over to the right. And let's twist our spine in the opposite direction. One last breath here. So breathe in. And as you breathe out, bring that left leg back over your body, back to center. Okay. Let's do corpse pose as we come into our closing sequence. So close your eyes, rest your arms at your sides, rest your legs. Okay, do a body scan, head to toe. See how you feel versus the beginning. I don't say anything for the next 60 seconds, starting at 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that was a little longer than a minute. That's okay. Let's reach the arms up overhead. Point the toes at the bottom. Give me a nice morning stretch. We're wriggling side to side. We're still stretching. We're releasing. Maybe arching the back. Ugh. Relax and then roll on to one side and rest your head and face right on your hands. Take that moment for yourself, for ourselves. Settling down. Then using whichever arm is on top, let's plant that palm. Lead with the upper shoulder and push yourself up. Returning to cross leg position. Hopefully your hips feel more open, your body feels more open. So that's lengthened spine. Remember, you can close your eye. Let's do our 3 ohms, 3 audible breaths, whatever you feel more comfortable with. So let's breathe into the nose and breathe out with some sound. Next one, let's breathe into the nose and breathe out with some sound. Oh. All right, last breath. Let's breathe in and breathe out with some sound. Oh. Let's bring our hands to our hearts. You may repeat after me if you'd like. May we have clear and kind intentions. Let's raise our hands to our foreheads. May we have clear and kind thoughts. Let's bring our hands to our lips. May we have clear and kind communication. And returning our hands to our hearts. And as always, light in me celebrates and honors the light in you. Namaste, my friend.